Hello and welcome to my garden and the dinosaurs who live there. Well, it's May the 11th, so I thought it was a good time to do a garden tour. So it's a little bit breezy today, but hopefully you'll be able to hear me okay. I'll start on the patio, and it's a bit chock-a-block right now. I'm utilising as much space as I can before I can get some of my plants repositioned. But anyway, here's a little pot, and this has got turnip in. Is it white? Snowball. Snowball, this turnip is called. This is just a white tub that I've got some stuff that I'm germinating. There's some Blue Lake green beans in there. In fact, they're all Blue Lake green beans. And these tubs are quite good when you run out of other space. I've got it open, but at night, in fact I'll just do that now because it's evening time, I just close it so that it gets a bit more snuggly for them. We've got some beetroot here, chioggia, and some more beetroot here, and this is bolt hardy. Get that little leaf out, and this is just to keep the squirrels off. Some bits and pieces in the corner, but I'll leave those. Oh well, I suppose one thing I've noticed, we've got a little strawberry there, and a little hot raspberry here. Okay, looking over at the bench, I have under here got some marigolds and some sunflowers. It's working quite well actually, just to keep them protected a little bit. Oh, can't get that back on with one hand. Cool. Then we've this lovely heuchera, which is called, oh gosh, good old Sharpie has come off. I'll need to look this one up. It's something cherry, I think, probably. I am definitely going to start writing on the pots and taking an inventory of my hostas and my heucheras, but this is beautiful, isn't it? And here's some Valen lettuce that I did have in my old vegetable trug, and I put them out here into these little tubs when I was replacing my trug. So they're doing fine and dandy. Up here in this hanging basket I've got some strawberries and lots of flowers. Don't think there's any, oh there's tiny fruit forming. And then we've got a couple of dahlias down here. This one is now showing its face, this one is not. And there's a little hosta, poor hosta in there that got beaten up by the chickens, so it's in hiding right now. If I turn around to look at the rest of the deck, now look at this. Here's one of my pots of potatoes, and look at the hole that's been dug there. That's these pesky squirrels. Too early for those potatoes to come through, but you'll see for some of the potatoes we do have some of them showing. And here I potted on these jaguar peas. I just did that actually a few days ago. This is an interesting flower. Sorry, I'll get my shadow out of the way. It's a member, I think, of the Aquilegia family. But these, you get lovely flowers at the end of these stalks that don't look like Aquilegias. I say it's a member of the Aquilegia family because, if I can find the label, its Latin name is Aquilegia folium, so it's Aquilegia foliage. And it's called a Philictrum. I got this last year at Gardening Scotland actually, and it was beautiful. It was in flower when I bought it, and it's bounced back after the winter here. I'll just put my label back in. And if I just move a little bit further over, there's Matilda. Hello Matilda. Here's some sweet peas. These are a blue mix of sweet peas in my ugly but functional container with this protection to stop the chickens getting at them, and then they'll grow up the bamboo poles there. And then we've got some calendula in there. I think that's calendula art shades. Some onions they're overwintering onions, not bulbing up any at the moment, I don't think, so I'm just hoping that they do. I'm getting a bit thicker, the stems. They're looking a bit bedraggled because I think the chickens run over them. And there's another potato there. Yeah, while I'm pointing this direction then, we've got purple sprouting broccoli in here, although there's broccoli but no purple sprouts right now. And then I have, now whether this will work or not, I've never grown Brussels sprouts before, and I know that generally they get quite large and they're quite big area. I don't have that available as yet, so what I've done is my plants I've put into big pots, and we'll see how they do. It might be that I transplant them once a bed becomes available, which it will do. So these are Brussels sprouts, and I've got a few other pots with Brussels sprouts in. This is kale that a friend of mine gave me. I just put that in a week ago. I hope you can see because it's bright sunshine, even though it's a bit cool in the wind. This is Mikolov garlic. And there's another couple of Brussels sprouts. And another Brussels sprout, which is actually doing quite well. Oh, there's... Hello! Here's the chickens. Now here, this is purple sprouting broccoli, but as you can see it's gone to flower. Very pretty. So what I did was I opened this up, and it's the chickens eat as much as you like salad bar at the moment. There was some chard in there and lots of broccoli plants, so the girls just go in and ransack it. So what I'm going to do is leave it for a little bit, and then I'm going to take these plants out and I'm going to put some supports in, and I'm going to make this my bean bed, and we'll see how that goes. But the chickens are enjoying it right now. So this is us now looking back across the patio. I've got Tomtastic tomatoes in this basket. They're meant to be basket tomatoes, but they look as if they're getting awful big and going up rather than flopping down. So I don't know. Well, I'm sort of hoping that when the trusses appear that they sort of come down, and then the tomatoes grow down. I'll have to move this when I make this into a bean bed, however. I think I'll probably move that hanging basket bracket somewhere else. And while we're looking at hanging baskets, I've got these begonias, and these are trailing begonias, and sort of red trailing begonias, so they're sort of hopefully doing a bit of growing here. Wee bit of time before they look dramatic at all. And then here I've just put some geraniums in, and then in the bottom bit, I can't remember what these are. Can't remember. Begins with a C. Can't for the life of me remember. I'll try and put the name up when I do the video. Duh. And down here we've got leeks. These are Leeks Elephant. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in there, and then another 4 in there. So not huge numbers, but I'll be chuffed if I get usable leeks. And then if I just swing round, sorry, I'm just completely going for it. In this nice raised bed, we've got clematis here. This was a sort of £1 clematis from Morrison's about, I don't know, X number of years ago, or quite a while ago. We've got beautiful purple flowers that comes back every year. And then there's another clematis here that I just threw in because I had nowhere else to put it. Let's just do that. And you can see that one's going to be a pink one. It's called Ville... come on, what are you called? Ville de Lyon. And I got that at Gardening Scotland last year, so I look forward to it doing something. That's a bit of fern that's come in from the back. I've also got some sweet peas in here. These are some of Hilda's mix that I got sent through from Alan at Don Cora's plot. Then in front we've got 3 raspberry canes. 2 are alive, and this one, oh no, it's not dead, look, yay. Oh, can you see in the shadows? Sorry, expert camera woman here. So yeah, we've got 3 there, and some more of my onions, 6 other onions, and then the rest are just some plants that I bought from probably Morrison's again actually. These are antirrhinums, snapdragons, a bit of a mix, so hopefully we'll get some nice flowers appearing. So this is a mega full bed, but I'm hoping it will look quite impressive. It might not, it might look awful, but we'll see. Another one of the raspberries there, and I've just surrounded it with some weird, this is actually a strange ivy, and then that's something else beginning with C that I can't remember that has purple flowers. That is already flowered, but I don't know, I think it might be going to flower again. We shall see. Yeah, right, are you keeping up? Blueberry here, and then onto the 2 beds with trellises. We have more Hilda's mix, sweet peas growing strongly up here, and down in the bottom we've got some radish and some lettuce just to fill up the gap at the front. Oh, and there's a couple of onions there as well, just slotting them in where I can. Here, not great at the minute. I have planted, sorry the light's coming and going, these are meant to be climbing courgettes, and I think I put them out too early. I've actually still got 2 in one of the grow houses. That one looks as if it's still alive. Well, actually they're all still alive, but they're looking really sorry for themselves. So we'll see if they don't survive. I've got another 2 I can put out. And then in front, another sort of fail is, failish, are these radishes. I transplanted them from the veg trug that I was moving. White icicle, you can just see maybe there. They didn't enjoy the being transplanted, so we'll see. But they're alive still. Okay, here we have some peas, and these ones are douche Provence. I've also put some more seeds in, so hopefully we'll get a succession of peas there. And round the corner we have, these are more onions, Ailsa Craig. I just put them out yesterday or the day before. I've not grown from onions from seed before. They don't look very big or sturdy, but we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. And then I've got a couple of pots of gladioli there and there, and some sage. So this is us at the deck now. So if I move up, I've got a couple of troughs here. This one has got radish, sacks of 2 here. And then lettuce, Marvel of 4 Seasons, which looks interesting. I like the colour of the leaves there. But I hope you're seeing what I'm doing. I think maybe I'm pointing further down than I anticipated. So, Saxa, radish, and there's lettuce, Marvel of 4 Seasons. And in the next trough I have turnip snowball. And I sowed directly into these and they seem to be doing fine. If I just move round. Here we've got some Japanese overwintering onions and some elephant garlic. And continue to swing round, we've got some potatoes and some ordinary garlic there in the middle. And at the back we have 3 more raspberries, and I can see the name Tullamore. No, not Tullamore. I should be able to read it. Tullamine. And then in front of those I've got parsley, oregano and thyme. And here we've got a nice full veg house. I'm sort of trying to fire through this because there's so much to show you. A variety of things started that will get planted out. Beetroot and turnip and more kale, excuse me, fennel, lemongrass, some flowers, etc, etc. Got a big hosta there. And then one of my outside, this is Gardener's Delight tomatoes, which was getting well fleeced up because of the cold nights, but it looks okay. And there we have another sage. I won't go into this particular grow house, it's shut up, but there's a variety of things growing in there, as you can imagine. Then onto the deck. Here's another, this is a bush tomato and it's Red Robin. I forgot to cover this up last night. It is looking like it's okay and there's lots of flowers on it, so I really must remember tonight, but it's been out on its own for a week or so, I think. Then we've got more garlic there and some radishes and more garlic at the back. All looking good. And then this pot is going crazy. We've got some curly parsley and some lettuce. And then here we've got some more lettuce, that's some more Marvel of Four Seasons there. And then some Valen lettuce. And I know they're all planted quite closely together, but I'll either remove the middle ones as they grow, or either to eat or to give to the quail or whatever, or I'll remove the outside leaves and trim them that way, thin them that way. Over here again, more lettuce and a few radish, and then hanging from that we've got a couple of strawberries. And then if I just move up here, we've got another couple of troughs with strawberries. And then a little pot of radish, which are coming on nicely. This little pot features in a series that I've done called Growing Together. And I started this series aimed really at kids because we're in lockdown, and aimed at parents and their kids, sort of showing them how you can grow things very, very easily. And one of the things we did was radish, and this is the pot that I sowed them in, and I'll grow them in until I eat them. So have a look at my YouTube channel and you'll see the Growing Together series. I think there's 4 or 5 there already. Okay, where are we now? Oh, here's my nice veg trug that I bought, and there was a video up about us building it. And here you can see I didn't grow them from seed here. I transplanted these sweet ball turnips and some more all the year round, not all the year round, Marvel of Four Seasons lettuce. And then over at the right hand side here, starting from the radish, I just sowed these seeds direct. So we've got some radish, no little gem lettuce appearing as yet, some chop suey greens, which is some first for me, and then just a few things popping up there, and then some rocket variety wasabi we've got coming up there. Right, where next? I hope you're all staying with me. Let's walk, we've been down there, let's just turn a left and have a look at the grow house, the big grow house. So just opposite the big grow house we've got some more Japanese overwintering onions, and then some more lettuce that I just put in here the other day. I think these are little gem, oh no they're not, they're Valen lettuces. And if you'll excuse me a second, I shall just open up the grow house and you can have a little look in here. So what do we have? This is a cucumber called Mini Star, and it's a grafted cucumber that's, I've got 3 of them actually. The cucumber that was in here died. I put it out too soon, I'm sure. There's a grafted one. I just popped it in there. I've not planted it yet. And then we've got some celery in here as well, which is doing okay. Maybe not that one, but these are Royal Chantilly carrots. And then tomato wise, that's a Yellow Delight, that's a Gardener's Delight, another Gardener's Delight. This is a grafted one called Honeycomb. Whoops, a daisy. And a Marketmore cucumber at the back there. At the bottom there's a couple of tomatoes I need to pot up somewhere. And at the front we have Tomtastic. This is meant to be the sort of trailing one. This one's just hiding in here. And then a Gardener's Delight at the back. And then down here, it's basil, but this is actually 3 plants I bought from the supermarket and plonked them in a pot. So, yeah, it's looking good in here. I'm quite happy. Right. Right. Oh, hello Jemima. Let's just walk down the garden now. This is my Magnolia Susan, and you can see I've got some flowers. They're just about going over actually. I wish I'd done this a few days ago. But a nice magenta, would you call it, flower on Susan. Now this has only been here for 3 years, and magnolia do take a while to settle in, so I'm quite happy with that. If I just turn slightly on the back of this chair, making use of as much room as I can do, there's a couple of strawberries there. And down here we have my London Pride succulent, which is flowering, or starting to. Here's some more calendula. This is art shades, so orangey and yellowy tones. Potatoes. A hosta in there that's not come up yet. It's Hosta Liberty. It is, oh yeah, there we go. It is going to come. More hostas. Now with these, if I just look down, I've actually started writing numbers on them, but I haven't started writing the variety corresponding to the number yet, so I really must do that. And then I've put some potatoes down here as well. And actually the idea with these potato plants is just protecting the hostas from the darned chickens, who this year for the first time have decided they like eating hostas. Then we have a little hookery here. It's sort of abandoned on top of this little table we use when we're snacking and sitting on the swing seat. It's beautiful, nice red one. And of course the variety has rubbed off. Oh, so annoyed. I'll need to look at my heuchera videos last year and work out what these are. And talking of heucheras, we've got another one there. It's a speckled one. It's actually maybe needing to be moved. It's looking a bit sorry for itself. And then hanging here, this one's very happy. On the edge of the run. And another one there. Chicken run. And then looking up the garden, if we go in this direction, that pot there's nothing in because the chickens use it for dust bathing. I've got some summer flowering bulbs in that one. Oh, the Aqualigia is starting to come out. Here's a purple one. Aqualigia, or sometimes called Granny's Bonnet. And there's another local name which may come to me. So I've got a few of these dotted around of different colours. Here's some rosemary, again partially protected from the chickens. Some more sage and some chives and another Aqualigia, going to be a purple one again. Some summer bulbs, and they may be, well, I'm really not sure what they are actually. And a little potato sitting there. Here's more sweet peas, and again, this device is just to keep the chickens off, but hopefully the sweet peas will grow up here and clothe it with lovely blooms. And if I look round here, here's sort of probably what you would call my main flower bed. And there's a variety of things in here, some of which I can't remember. I can't remember what these are. I do know I grew them from seed. There's some wallflowers that a friend of mine kindly brought me ages ago. There's a couple of hostas in there as well. That's some lavender. There's actually a little raspberry sitting in there, and a heuchera. And we have some coreopsis in here. We have some calendula in here. And we have some sort of daisy-like flowers, which I can't remember the name of, in here. And we also have a yellow aquilegia, which is beautiful. Oh yeah, and there are some, I think there's some Rudbeckia, or not Rudbeckia, another perennial Helianthus. Is it Helianthus or Helenium? I can't remember which, I'll check, but they'll come up later on in the year. And some more, another hosta, and then we've got some sweet williams. I just actually bought these and popped them in. I love the scent, but the chickens just annihilate them. And then we have some Rudbeckia, some perennial Rudbeckia there that will come up, and at the back we have some cosmos. I'll maybe go around the other side so that we're not looking into the sun. We have another lovely hosta and another lovely aquilegia. And on either side of this arch there are some clematis, one there, and I think there might even be two in that one. They didn't do much last year, but here's hoping they will this year. And have I shown you the celery here? This is celery that's been outdoors for a while, and I'm managing to keep it alive, which is nice. And then some more, oh, the sun will be in the way probably, some more garlic. Okay, that's probably 3/4 of the garden, maybe. So let's have a quick, do you like this? I don't think I've shown you this before. I got this at Gardening Scotland. It's a chicken, and it's got a welcome bell. I think it's fab. So, buddleia. And then we've got more flowers, perennials in this bed. There's an Astrantia, Moulin Rouge, this one here, which will give sort of purpley flowers. There's a poppy there, Papaver Pigali, something. And it's a sort of, again, a purpley pinky colour. Then we have, this is when I start forgetting what we have. Oh, we've got some alliums. There's an allium there that's coming out, and some alliums there. And then, gosh, I'm doing this and not even seeing what I'm pointing at. Then we have some, I think there's another Astrantia there. That's coming on leaps and bounds actually. There's another aquilegia, there's some sedum, and there's actually a couple of raspberries in there that look as if they're getting completely surrounded. There's one there. And there's one there. And there's another one I think in there somewhere. And a couple more poppies. These are just the scarlet poppies. In here we have some, I think this is more Mikolov garlic, and a little random elephant garlic at the back. Hey girls. And here we have some overwintering onions at the left, and elephant garlic at the right. And then swinging round, got some crocosmia there, We have, these are sort of little daisy type flowers. Got a cornice at the back, which is a dogwood, this a shrub that has nice coloured stems in the winter time. More hostas down in the bottom corner here. Simasifuga, which has sort of gives off a spire of sort of pinky, beigey, not tremendously nice flowers to be fair. And another dogwood there, and hostas that are getting annihilated by the chooks. Then we have, this is a geranium, perennial geranium that has just taken over the garden. A lovely Brunnera Jack Frost, which we're getting nice purple flowers on now. This is, oh, jaggy thing, what's it called? Thinks. I'll put the name up because I can't remember. There's more geranium. Like, you can see the wee purple flowers, which are nice, but it is really quite invasive. And then more Brunnera there. And then there's some ferns and things in the back, as well as the ivy. Turning around, look at all the berries on the Mahonia, and there's some new leaves, which are pretty. And there's more berries in the Mahonia. The Mahonia does fantastically well here. And then some, oh, here's some Aquilegia that really are getting crowded out in here. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Oh, it's caught in the Mahonia. There. And some primroses. And primulas down there. Hey girls. So, oh, what else is worthy of note? Here are Picasso main crop potatoes, which are coming on fine and dandy. And the Kilmarnock willow is okay. Oh, light. I'll go around the other side to show you the lovely broom, which is, look at that, in flower. I always think it looks absolutely amazing. All those lovely creamy white flowers cascading everywhere. The what do you call it? Marigold. Marsh marigold. God. Marsh marigolds are just about finished flowering now. You can still see a few left. And there'll be other things popping up from the pond. This is bog bean, which is, this one's starting to flower. It's not very amazing yet, but we'll get lots of bog bean and bog bean flowers. Yeah. And some random hostas around the edge. So I have flown around the garden. There's still more to see, but I think I'll call a halt there. This is Peony Bowl of Beauty. By the time I show you again, it will look stunning, I'm sure. But for now, I think I better call a halt. Just give you a little pan round, and you can see what it's looking like from the corner of the deck. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little look around the garden. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I will talk to you again very, very soon.